Here's Levine. Passes it to Neal. And no good. His first shot of the night, missing.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Gordon goes in. Johnson, that's for two. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Johnson's got 8. The Timberwolves have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. There's the pick. Pass to Levine. From the arc. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, it was tough to see that one coming, really, because I thought that was a game they were going to win. The final score really caught a lot of people off guard.
Yeah, but I think they really tightened up at the end, Steve. I think they were trying too hard to avoid the upset instead of focus.
We get closer and closer to the playoffs. Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans take on the Los Angeles.
Welcome back, folks. Quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
Yeah, this team is on the same page, no question. They're right where they need to be offensively.
And they're hitting their scores with on-time and on-target passes, too. That's fun to watch.
Anderson with the inside. Johnson is out there with Gordon. And it's Pondexter in at the 3. That's the Pelicans' 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Gorgui Dieng, a Senegalese big man, of course won a national title at Louisville and was really the anchor of that team's championship defense.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, the eraser in the last matchup against the Kings played really well. He had 20 points, and he did some work at the line, drawing a lot of fouls and knocking down the free throws. It was a great contribution from someone who is considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
All right, Doris. Well, guys, coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident right now.
Well, that never seems to be a problem for him, but you're right, Kevin. He has to be feeling at the top of his game right now.
Well, when you play well, it feeds confidence, and when you prepared to play well and works out that way, it does add another level of confidence to your next game.
And Dieng, not just a shot blocker defensively, he also grabs steals and takes charges. Very smart defensive player who helps in a lot of ways.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. A nice shot by Pondexter.
I really like the fire, the intensity that they're playing with now. They got off to a tough start there in the first quarter. They didn't shoot it particularly well, but they've played through it. They've been able to stick with it, and that, to me, that shows their resilience.
They set the screen. Shot is blocked. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
And Dieng, the former MVP of the Basketball Without Borders camp in South Africa, came to the U.S. as a slender prospect and has added over 50 pounds of muscle since his days at Louisville.
That's exactly right, but he's retained his quickness and athleticism while adding that muscle. That's the big thing. Plays with a really good motor. I'd love to see the fruits of his labor paying off.
Just 3 to shoot, and Dieng with the block. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Neal. The rebound by Withey.
And this has not been a quarter for him to remember.
Yeah, it sure hasn't, Steve. I mean, he's been doing his invisible man impersonation here, hasn't he?
Here's Johnson. And Johnson missing. Again.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Here's Neal, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Neal's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves. A big group substitution for New Orleans. Omer Ashe, he's checked in for Withey. Davis comes in for Ryan Anderson. Tyreke Evans is checked in for Quincy Pondexter. And it's Drew Holiday in for Eric Gordon. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Gorgui Dieng. Hamilton comes in for Bennett. Muhammad, he's checked in for Gary Neal. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Levine. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Hamilton with a screen on Holiday. And Rubio kicks to Hamilton. To the left side wing. Puts up a 3. Kept alive. Pekovic dishes to Muhammad. Hamilton outside. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Muhammad, the pass to Pekovic. The second chance effort. No good. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Moving on from this game, they're scheduled to take on the Lakers at the Staples Center. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip.
I'm really looking forward to see how the Lakers fare in that one.
Johnson up top. Tries it from 19. The basket good off the assist from Evans. And now a 4-point New Orleans lead. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find some, you're right.
Boy, a pick was set at the perfect angle on the floor, and he used it nicely.
Well, that's a play we may see from them a few more times.
Why not? I mean, when it works, you go back to it. Make them stop you.
Johnson, that's for 2. Here's Hasek, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. He misses the free throw.
2 shots.
That one is no good. The Timberwolves trail. Here's Budinger. Pelicans pull it in. Asek's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Chase Budinger, former volleyball star, still has that leaping ability, but has dealt with a knee issue over the last couple of seasons. Trying to get back to 100%. Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Jens is checked in. And the players on your screen now have been experts with the ball in their hands for the last 10 games, leading the small forward position in assists. Tyreke Evans.
The passes we've seen some of these guys make from the wing are outstanding. Truly gifted distributors.
Yeah, and one of the passes they really need to prioritize and be able to make is that entry pass, getting that ball inside. Accurately throwing it into the low post is really a bit of a lost art in today's game.
You know, they haven't been able to open up a big lead, but the rebounds are starting to add up for them. They've been able to pull away a little bit.
Yeah, they've been doing the dirty work inside, Steve, playing a very tough brand of basketball.
Now Muhammad, he's coming off a 13-point game against Houston. And Rubio kicks to Pekovic, and he gets the bucket.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Now the pass to Johnson. There's the triple. Johnson missing again.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today.
Rubio, no good. Excellent D there from Holiday. New Orleans leading by 4. Johnson with it. 14 points for him. From about 19 feet, and he gets the jumper to drop. Johnson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Pelicans. That'll do it for the first half. Pelicans lead by 6. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Hey guys, some keys to talk about from what I've seen so far. This is a tight ball game, but remember, this is our house. First of all, a big night.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade, as there is more basketball in store. You look at the eraser. What a contribution.
How about his first half? Just easily surpassing his average point total.
On pace for a monster game. Too bad he can't score like this every night.
Checking out the group for Flip Saunders to start the second half. In the backcourt, Rubio and Muhammad. Budinger is out there with Payne, and it's Pekovic in at the 5. And Holiday kicks to Evans. Johnson outside. They double-team Johnson. Back to Evans. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Evans has got his first bucket in this one.
Looked like the defense kind of backed. Off him, and he took advantage.
Payne with a screen for Rubio. Payne kicks to Rubio. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Payne can't hit. Pelicans leading by 5. And here we go. Here's Johnson. And the layup falls. Johnson's got 18 points in the game.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Rubio dishes to Pekovic. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Let's take a look at some of the numbers for Ricky Rubio. This past month or so, he's really given the fans a lot of talk. He's averaging about 14 points a game, 9 assists, and just over 2 steals. I'll tell you what, it's been a brilliant run of games for him. He's been doing everything right.
Yeah, I don't know what's gotten into him, quite honestly. He's been pretty much playing out of his mind, if you will.
Timberwolves trail by 8. And it's Budinger in the corner. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
The Defensive Player of the Year award only came into fruition in the early 80s, but it's mostly been dominated by big men. You have to think at some point Anthony Davis is not only going to win it, but win it multiple times.
That pushes it to double digits. And now it's a 10-point Pelican lead.
That would be 4 in a row for him now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
And Rubio kicks to Budinger. Feeds to Muhammad. Turnaround Jay. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And with Davis, it almost seems like a foregone conclusion for him. I mean, the way he is able to time shots up as a defender and shot blocker, man, in his prime, still a few years away, you got to think he's going to have a chance to win multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards.
Payne passes to Pekovic. The jump hook. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Gentlemen, as you know, Andrew Wiggins was taken as the first overall pick of a talented 2014 class.
Timberwolves trail by 11.